Hi guys, this is Sliver here, and in this video I'm going to talk about what I believe is the best way to farm Fugitive Heads in Diablo 4 Season 7. The reason this topic is worth a video is that Fugitive Heads are the most sought after currency that were added in this new season because they are needed for crafting occult gems and they can be turned into restless rot as well. In addition to that, Fugitive Heads are quite rare. They are much rarer than Greater Affix legendaries in Torment difficulty, which is quite funny for a common item, and it is entirely possible for players not to have seen a single head until a very high Paragon level. So now let's go through a step-by-step guide on what you have to do to acquire them. First of all, you want to use the Drought of Whispers if you have any. The Drought of Whispers can come from multiple sources. For example, they can come from Whisper Caches, they can come from Root Holds, and they can come from Headless Husks. These increase your chances of acquiring a Fugitive Head. I will later explain how. Next, you should play on the highest possible difficulty that you can. Note that Fugitive Heads only drop on Torment difficulty. So if you're playing on anything below Torment, you will not get any Fugitive Heads. And the chance for receiving Fugitive Heads increases incrementally in Torment difficulty, so ideally, if you want to maximize your farm, you should farm in Torment 4, if your character is capable of that. By far the best sources for Fugitive Heads are the headhunts. These headhunts are the new seasonal zones. All you have to do is go there and start doing whispers. Any whisper will do. The reason for that is when you complete any whisper objective in the new headhunt zone, exposed roots will spawn around you. You should click on these exposed roots and then a bunch of random things can happen. You want the outcome when a boss is summoned after you click the exposed roots. So you should be doing whisper objectives running around in the headhunt and clicking all the exposed roots that you find. And if you're lucky, then a boss will be summoned. You know that a boss is being summoned when you get a ping on your minimap. Also, if somebody else gets this outcome, so if somebody else clicks on exposed roots and then a boss is being summoned, then that will also ping your map and you should go there. So once your map is pinging, you know that a boss will eventually spawn at this location. Now this boss can be a Headless Husk, which will unfortunately not drop a Fugitive Head, but it has a random chance of spawning as a Fugitive Head, which will drop you a Fugitive Head. The chance for the Fugitive Head to spawn increases with difficulty, and also your Drought of Whispers increases this chance too. That's why you have to play on the highest possible difficulty and ideally with a Drought of Whispers buff on you. For example, if you are playing on the maximum difficulty, so Torment 4, with a Drought of Whispers buff on you, then the chance for spawning a Fugitive Head instead of a Headless Husk is 15%. The lower difficulties will have a smaller chance for that, and this only applies to Torment difficulties. When you kill the Fugitive Head, it will guaranteed to drop a Fugitive Head for you. Now at the beginning I said that the main sources for Fugitive Heads are these headhunts. In addition to that, Fugitive Heads can also be acquired from Root Holds. Root Holds are mini dungeons, and in order to enter them, similarly to Nightmare dungeons, you need sigils. These Root Hold sigils come from Whisper Caches, so while you are farming the Fugitive Heads in the headhunt, you will get these Root Hold sigils in your inventory from completing whispers. When you enter a Root Hold, you will go through a dungeon, and at the end of the dungeon you will encounter a boss. This boss also has a chance to be a Headless Husk and a chance to be a fugitive head. Unfortunately, the chance of these becoming a fugitive head is not very high, and therefore I don't think this way of farming fugitive heads is better than the headhunts. Anyway, if the boss at the end of the root hold is a fugitive head, then it will once again drop the head for you. Because of the low chance and the increased time requirement of acquiring a fugitive head from root holds, I only recommend farming root holds for fugitive heads if you also need items with greater fixes, or if you've already done all of the head hunts and waiting for the next head hunts to spawn. So once again, to sum up, I suggest farming head hunts for fugitive heads. You should be running around the head hunts doing whisper objectives, and this will spawn for you exposed roots. You should click on all of these exposed roots and try to get a boss to spawn. If any other player spawns a boss, you should run to that place. This way you will have a chance of getting a fugitive head spawn and drop for you. If you are finished with all of the head hunt zones, then you can get into root holds to try and get a fugitive head from there. In both cases, so both for root holds and head hunts, you should be using the Drought of Whispers elixir if you have it, as it increases your chance of acquiring a head. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Thanks!